Welcome back to Iraqi Dinar, your trusted source for breaking updates, global financial insights, and everything happening in the world of the dinar and dong. Today's headline says it all. Tomorrow's the day. Dinar and dong exchange centers officially activated nationwide. And yes, this could be one of the most anticipated financial moments we've been waiting for. So let's talk about what's really happening, why it matters, and what you should be preparing for as this story unfolds. Have you ever seriously imagined that a foreign currency you've quietly held for years could suddenly skyrocket in value overnight? It sounds like a dream, maybe even something out of a movie. But as we stand on the edge of tomorrow's activation, that once distant possibility now feels more like a developing reality. Picture your usual morning. Coffee brewing, emails loading, and then seeing the news that your collection of banknotes, maybe tucked away in a safe or drawer, could now be worth more than you ever imagined. That kind of shift changes everything. Debts cleared, investments rethought, and new doors opening in an instant. For years, the dream of a currency revaluation has floated between hope and rumor. But right now, conversations within financial circles are carrying a noticeably different tone, one that's serious, structured, and grounded in verifiable movements. Analysts, banks, and government channels are signaling something substantial is happening, not someday, but imminently. The pieces are lining up, and the global markets are quietly watching. Let's talk about the momentum. The world's financial landscape thrives on volatility. And it's that same unpredictability that can spark rare opportunities. Recently, the Iraqi Dinar and Vietnamese Dong have taken center stage in discussions that used to only happen behind closed doors. Professional traders, regional banks, and even institutional investors are now tracking them closely. This isn't just rumor mill chatter anymore, it's data-driven. Policy-backed movement across multiple regions. Reports are emerging that specialized exchange centers, dedicated facilities for processing dinar and dong transactions, are set to go live as early as tomorrow. This is not a minor adjustment or symbolic gesture. It's a logistical and operational sign that something big is about to unfold. When banks extend their hours, train foreign exchange specialists, and upgrade high-capacity systems, those are not actions taken on a whim. They are signs of readiness. For long-term holders, this moment feels surreal. Many have waded through waves of speculation, only to be met with disappointment or false starts. But the tone has shifted. Verified banking updates, institutional activity, and on-the-ground operational changes suggest we are finally transitioning from talk to tangible action. The significance of these developments cannot be overstated. Now, while we should remain realistic, because no one can guarantee exact rates or timing, the sheer volume of coordinated institutional behavior points toward a genuine shift in momentum. Those holding dinar or dong are potentially standing at the edge of a financial turning point. Whether you benefit or miss out could depend entirely on how prepared you are to act, with documentation ready, with plans in place, and with a clear understanding of the process. This readiness is key because history has shown us one consistent truth. Opportunities favor those who prepare, not those who wait. When exchange centers open, it won't be chaos for everyone, only for those who didn't take the time to get ready. For informed holders, this could be the reward for years of patience. So what's fueling this moment? The answer lies in a blend of economic reform, political stabilization, and global reintegration. Iraq has spent years rebuilding its credibility, from strengthening internal governance to modernizing financial systems and courting international investment. The dinar, once battered by sanctions and conflict, is finally being positioned for a legitimate return to the global stage. But here's where it gets even more interesting. High-level discussions among economists and government officials suggest that Iraq's currency could soon be pegged not to a single benchmark like the US dollar, but to a basket of major global currencies. This strategy isn't random. It's a sophisticated financial move designed to protect stability, balance value, and reduce vulnerability to the fluctuations of any one economy. A currency basket peg acts like a stabilizing anchor. When one currency dips, others balance the scale. This structure is used by nations like China and Russia, who found it to be a powerful safeguard for economic independence. If Iraq follows through on this path, it could signal a major leap forward in credibility and long-term value stability for the dinar. For holders, that shift would mark far more than a short-term gain. It would represent the beginning of a legitimate, globally recognized currency era. Years of patience and speculation could finally translate into tangible, traceable value. This moment, if realized, would reflect a nation reclaiming its financial strength and positioning itself as a true player on the world stage. And it's not just about the dinar. Iraq's economic transformation is broader than one currency. Massive infrastructure projects are underway, modernizing oil fields, building highways, ports, and digital energy networks, all designed to power a future of long-term national growth. These projects require capital, foreign partnerships, and investor confidence in exactly what a stable, credible currency helps to attract. Now, experts are suggesting this process may unfold in stages, 3 to be exact. Stage 1, beginning as soon as tomorrow, revolves around the activation of the specialized exchange centers. These will allow verified transactions and exchanges of dinar and dong at updated, potentially adjusted rates. This is the first public, visible milestone in a plan that's been years in the making. Stage 2 involves the formal repegging of the dinar to that diversified basket of currencies, a move designed to solidify international trust and stabilize market behavior. And Stage 3 would mark full reintegration into global trading systems, where the dinar could be freely exchanged and traded internationally without restrictions. Each stage builds upon the previous one, creating a carefully designed pathway toward global legitimacy. Preparation for each stage requires different steps. For example, right now, before activation, holders should ensure their currency is properly documented, verified, and ready for potential exchange. Proof of purchase and clear records will be critical to meet compliance requirements. As the process unfolds, staying informed about the evolving policies will be essential to making sound financial choices. And while the excitement is understandable, discipline matters most. It's important to avoid rash decisions based on rumors or hype. Over the years, the dinar story has seen countless false starts. This moment feels different precisely because it's backed by verifiable institutional movement. Still, smart investors always pair optimism with caution. So let's take a moment to zoom out. A stronger dinar doesn't just mean potential personal gains, it also means a stronger Iraq. With a stabilized currency, Iraq can conduct more oil transactions in dinar rather than dollars, keeping wealth within the country and reducing reliance on foreign systems. It also opens the door to more international trade, greater investor confidence, and economic independence. For those who've held on to hope for years, tomorrow's developments are not just about financial reward, they're about validation. The years of waiting, researching, and staying patient might finally be paying off. But remember, tomorrow may not bring instant wealth. Instead, it brings confirmation that real progress is underway. The opening of these exchange centers will likely bring long lines, mixed emotions, and fluctuating rates. It will test patience, preparation, and composure. Those who have their documents ready, notes organized, and expectations managed will navigate this process far more smoothly than those reacting in the moment. And this is where emotional intelligence meets financial readiness. Maintaining calm, staying focused, and making decisions based on verified facts, not adrenaline, will separate those who thrive from those who falter. This is the culmination of years of waiting, so treat it with the focus it deserves. Historically, the dinar was once one of the strongest currencies in the region before decades of hardship eroded its value. But Iraq's natural wealth, from vast oil reserves to strategic trade routes, never vanished. The current movement represents not a fantasy, but a nation deliberately reclaiming its economic identity. And that's what makes this moment so different from the false alarms of the past. The evidence is visible, not in online forums, but in policy papers, bank procedures, and real-world actions. Iraq is signaling readiness, and tomorrow could be the moment that signal turns into reality. As we approach this pivotal day, the guidance remains simple. Be prepared, stay grounded, and verify everything. This is a process that will evolve, not overnight, but through measurable stages. Keep your eyes on credible sources, document every step, and avoid unrealistic expectations. The next 24 hours could mark a shift in the financial landscape for those holding Iraqi Dinar or Vietnamese Dong. Whether it becomes a turning point or simply the start of a longer journey depends on how ready you are, both practically and mentally. Because when that first exchange center door opens and the first transactions are processed, the world will be watching.